Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Miniature City. Today, I want to do two things. I don't know how long they're going to take. Probably not that long. The red bridge, or the small bridge that we have in our main city here, I've been struggling forever to figure out a way how I can get the sides of the bridges in. They're like two semicircles, aren't they? Of red. The big bridge we're fine with. I'm fine with how that looks. It's a nice big chunky strong looking bridge there, so I want the full blocks. But then when you guys came up with the whole trapdoor design for the street lights, I didn't think of. You guys thought of that, and it's an absolutely genius thought. But when you said about trapdoors, I thought, we can use trapdoors for this bridge. They don't get in the way of the height of the elevated railway. So we should be able to, I can't do it there because then I can't place the other one. We've got to put it there, and then click on those ones, go around this side, and click on these ones, take the middle ones away, and then bring them up. Boom. Already, it now looks a little bit more like our bridge. If I can now texture this to look like our bridge, like in a semicircle, then that would be great. Again, I'm going to go through some limitations that I already know are going to crop up. I know that this is a square shape block, like every block in Minecraft, and we're trying to do a curve on it. Now, from the side, well, we should be able to do that. However, from the top, we're going to be able to see bits of the front of this. You know how it was last episode with the banisters when we had it all the way across? We could see it on the top and it looked really bad. We're going to have the same problem with this trapdoor situation. However, it's not going to be much of a, or as much of a problem with the trapdoors, because one, the trapdoors are smaller, so it's not as high up in the sky, and secondly, it's not such an important feature like the racetrack is to our city. It's just a bridge. And thirdly, it should hopefully hide it up like these trapdoors are now by the railway, so it shouldn't really get in our way. It shouldn't even be noticeable at all. Hold on, I like riding the train. Okay, so let's jump into Photoshop and we'll load up the trapdoor and we'll have a go. Okay, so this is what a trapdoor looks like in Photoshop. I think it's very similar to the normal oak door, the top half of the oak door. And I've never noticed that the bottom squares or two of the squares aren't square. I've never noticed that before. Like, it's so subtle. Is it like that in the vanilla version as well? Because obviously this is a texture pack to begin with that we're modifying. I don't know. Anyway, so over here, let me drag it across. We've got our bridge. Two semicircles, red semicircles with grey vertical lines as like the cables holding up. It's like a miniature suspension bridge in a way. Shouldn't be that hard to do. Let's get rid of everything on everything on this trapdoor and get a nice red. We'll just go with a solid red for now, and then we can always put darker reds and lighter reds to try and lighten and you know, give shades to it. And we could do a circle. We could make it a circle. If I do that, hold on, if we make a circle, that's not a circle. If we make a circle, and we make a perfectly circle like that, so it fits in nicely next to each other. You know, I'm gonna go 1 pixel bigger. So I'm gonna go there, and then I'm gonna add one extra, and then another extra. The reason I'm gonna do that is because I want these to not finish when the next one starts. I want them to mold into. Look. See how this doesn't finish as one and then start a new one? They sort of mold together on the edges. So by going 2 pixels bigger, it means that I should be able to now move this 1 pixel into the middle, so the next one will start here. We obviously need to move it down as well to about here, and then we can have the next one like that. Up one, I think about there. We want to now take away the... First, we need to now rasterize this so I can actually modify it. We're going to grab the red, and I'm going to go over any pixels that are almost transparent, so you can actually see which ones are sort of, I don't know, not see-through. You can see that they would try to be red, but because the circle that we're trying to build is so small, that one, yeah, that one. because the pixel that we're trying to, the circle that we're trying to do is so small, it's really struggling. It struggled to build it correctly. Okay, I think that's about right. What about one more on top? I think that's a pretty good shape. We're now going to grab the eraser and we're going to go around, I think keeping 2 blocks. I thought for a minute I'd done something drastically wrong, so I had to stop recording, but turns out that I wasn't, because I'm a genius. Now I got lucky. Don't need to worry about it though. Oh, that one, and that one. Now looks like a red nose day, doesn't it? Why is it? Hold on. Why, when I'm deleting, am I painting white? I had this problem before. Yeah, I had this problem. PNG trapdoor. You have to save. I don't know if it must be a button that I'm clicking by accident or something. And then if we load it back in again, and then zoom back in, I can now erase away the white. I don't know what all that's about. It's like when I hit the eraser button, sometimes it doesn't actually get rid of the bottom layer. It makes the bottom layer white. I don't have it when I'm doing my so it doesn't happen when I'm making my thumbnails. It's never happened before. It's only ever happened on video. And I wonder, my start record button is the divide key on the number key. I wonder if that's what it is. If I hit the divide key, if it does that. Maybe if I hit it again, it would stop that from happening. Okay, so there's the red arch that goes over the top. And then I think it'd be great if we could get the dark grey of the bottom in as well. Like the dark grey for the side of the bridge. It goes actually behind the red. So we can do... Oh, that's why. So we can do like this. I think 2 of them is more than enough. And then a darker grey for the bottom. And then we want just a lighter-ish grey for the vertical ones. I want it to be lighter, a decent amount lighter than this grey that's right here. So we want to go a little bit lighter than that. Yeah, that should work well. And we'll just go every other one. I don't think this will look like it's too many, hopefully. I can't get an exact middle point. I think we actually had the same problem on the real bridge as well. It's a even numbered length semicircle, which meant, unless I fixed it, I might have fixed it in the end actually, which meant it was off center for the start of it. But I think we did actually fix that in the end. Okay, and then we'll get the darker red now. We'll get red, darker red to go around just the bottom. I think we'll just go around the bottom with this. I don't think I need to do a lighter one on the top. I might make the red a little bit thicker. Yeah, at least in some sections. I think it's thicker on the diagonals than it is anywhere else. So we'll just add... That was wrong anyway to begin with by the looks. I think that looks a lot better. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I think that is about right. So let's save that. Oh, combine, save. And jump into Minecraft again. Okay, so the texture pack is just updating. I think we're going to have some problems with the top. Yeah, okay, the sides look amazing. That is really cool. But as you can see, the top of the block is visible. There's nothing that I can do to fix that. I don't mind these little side ones being visible here. That really doesn't bother me. I can't get under the bridge from the other side. I mean, that looks great when you look at it. That's perfect. It's scaled about right as well. It's not too high and it's not too low. It doesn't look too small. But seeing the tops of these does ruin it a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I hate it. I hate being able to see the top. But there's no other way that I can think of doing this. If you guys can think of another way to do the side of this bridge by using another block, I mean, you could. We could use a painting. We could use a painting if we put something on the road in order to put the painting onto. Obviously, I can't just place a painting on the side of air, so we'd have to put something in the middle of the road, even if it was like an invisible trap door. pressure plate, sorry, to allow us to place a painting upon, and then we could do that as a painting. That's an option. It might be a better option. The only problem with the paintings is that you can't see the back side. So like, I'd only be able to see this one. I wouldn't be able to see the back one, because obviously you can't see the back side of a painting. It's just transparent. We'll have to think about it. When you move back, you see the bridge more than that top texture. It looks great from back here, doesn't it? Anyway, I want to do the other factory as well to finish off, or to do in today's episode as well. And it's going to, the second factory here is going to be 2 blocks put together. It's going to be the block that we've already got down here. There we go. The other factory we're going to place here. And they're going to make another block to make the factory the sort of L shape that we want. I think it's actually got to be bigger than that. I think it's actually got to be bigger over here. It's a big factory, this one. We want a block down the middle here as just like void space. Like this. And then we want a sort of car park out the front of one of them. And a void space here. And then these 2 are going to be, or these 3 are going to be the new block. The new factory block. I might put that one there as well, because it's just going to be seen from that side. I can put bricks, obviously, to cover up the sides. We've got the brick painting. And can I do the chimneys that are on this on this factory as well? It's possible. We'll do this one first then. It's possible. Is it? I'm getting really lucky with the painting, so I'm just going to finish off the painting look. Well, I don't mind them sitting on the side. I just don't like them on the back. I mean, we could do them with cobblestone walls, right? The funnels that go on the front. But if I put them next to each other, they join up. I can get one funnel on it. If we do that, then we're not going to want that there. We'll have that there. It'll look a little bit different, but it'll work. And then the 2 block, whatever block that we use, what block are we going to use for this factory? Smooth sandstone. I don't think I've used anywhere else. What are these? Are these smooth sandstone slabs? No, they're just sandstone stairs. They're sandstone slabs. Smooth sandstone, though, I don't think I've used anywhere. Okay, so we'll put those here. Then that'll join up to that. And make it look like it's connected for the tower. I'm not going to retexture cobblestone. I think I've used cobblestone. Yeah, I have. I've used cobblestone in some other areas, like on this bridge. It's a nice grey. It's a nice texture. I don't want to change it. So the funnel will always look like that. But we'll just have a different. I can put a different carpet on top of these as well. Something like that. Okay, wonderful. Let's jump in. We'll load up. We'll copy the texture of our current factory and paste it in, just so we have the same color palette for the this one, which is now going to have garage doors and stuff on it. Okay, right. This is smooth sandstone. This is not clay, which is the texture that the current factory has. It's not this block. I've just taken the texture of that block and pasted it on sandstone already, just so we get the same color palette. So I don't need to try and match up the same reds for the bricks and stuff. We should just be able to use what we've got here. And what I'm going to do is I want to try and fit 2 garage. I might be able to fit. We were able to fit 3, weren't we, on the pits? We should be able to fit 3 on here if we use the same scale. So if we went down here, and it was 6 blocks between, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we left 3 blocks between, which will be from there to there. And then we left 3 blocks, which will be there to there. Excellent. So we have ourselves 3. Well, these are currently open. If we do them black like this, then they're going to be open. But if you remember, when we built this in our real city, they are actually grey. They're shut. They're grey with yellow numbers on them, aren't they? We should do that. So let's make them shut. I think the way that we want to do these to look shut and still look like garage doors is we're going to stripe them. So we're going to have one colour like this. It can also go a little bit bigger as well, but we'll grab another grey now. It doesn't need to be that different, just sort of slightly different here. And we'll put these like this. So these are going to look like shut garage doors, but then to make them stand out and look a little bit more like our factory doors, we're going to put a number 3, 2, and 1 on them in yellow. In a sort of, not bright yellow, just sort of a little bit dark, dirty yellow. So 1 is pretty easy on this scale. I can't get it like dead centered. It's going to be slightly off because the garage doors are an even numbered width. And there's no way I can do that. There's no way that I can fix that. I was trying to think. 2. Like a squished duck. Let's go back. Step backwards. There we go. 2. And then 3, probably the hardest one for us to do in this scale. Like that. I think that's as close to the sort of numbers as we can get. Let's grab ourselves this grey to go above the garage doors to give ourselves a little bit of a top to it, like a little bit of a standout. We've got the windows already in, and I think I want to keep those windows. I think I like how they look, but I think I want them to all be this style window instead. So we're going to grab this style window. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it, and we want it to be in line with the middle of each door. So we're going to have 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. It looks really weird with all the other windows and stuff about, doesn't it? And like that. We can get rid of most of the white now. We can have, I want this white going along too, so it all blends in from the other building, so it all blends around. We can then, for the moment, I'm just going to get rid of that. I shall spot them up in a bit. We can get rid of anything that's the sandstone color and get rid of the window, all the parts of the window that we don't want now. That one and that one, that one, that one, that one. These ones. That one and that one. That one, that one. I like the vertical ones. I don't mind the vertical ones going up. I just don't like the horizontal ones that go across here. So I'll move those. And that one. Okay. I think that is a little bit more understandable to see now, isn't it? Yep, excellent. I might do some more shading on these garage doors as well. I think it's really easy to be able to do as well. Let's get rid of that giant line, or all of these sort of straight lines that we've got now that were sort of giving us shadow to the quartz lines that we had before. But we'll get rid of those. This one can stay. That dark line can stay. I don't mind that one. We want to, though, just finish some dots up in the spaces that we removed now. So like in here, in there, that one, and across the top here. Grab the other one, or grab another one. Take it like this. And then it sort of all blends in, and we don't know that we've ever deleted anything then. And there was one more. This one. And down here. Not as many as of these ones. Okay, wonderful. Let's get ourselves a darker version of this one. Just to put some more shading on these garage doors. I think it would look better if we had something like that. And then grab ourselves, I need a darker yellow just for 1 pixel typically to go there, just so it still keeps that darker look. And then we want, I think that's good for the garage doors. I want a darker grey though to go across the top here, just to give us a little bit extra. I'm going to do 3 pixels, I think, on that. That really does make that stand out. I want some darker blues to go around the window, or down one side of the window, like this. I think I might do this on the other factory as well. I think it just makes the windows stand out a little bit more. If I can see the difference in Photoshop, then you can really see the difference in Minecraft. That's a sort of rule of thumb. I think that's going to work. And then the other build, the block next to this one, here, It's going to be the same, but it's going to have the pillar in front. I could use that one if I wanted to. We'll see which one we prefer, okay? We shall jump into Minecraft now. Okay, marvellous. We've got them next to each other, as you can see. The roofs still sort of join up, giving the impression that they're the same building. The bricks all have the same colour, okay? Giving the impression that we've got the same building. They look a little different, you know, from the windows, so we're not sort of just copied everything, have we? And now the garage doors at the bottom look absolutely fantastic. In fact, door number 2 is perfectly covered up, look. Like, perfectly. I thought we would see, like, half of them. So that's great. The garage door, this block here can stay because it's just exactly what we need. It's 1 pixel beside, which is exactly what we had initially. I have to jump over that door every time to get around. So that's great. I also like the garage doors being visible on the side here. I think that looks pretty cool for this sort of middle alleyway part. However, on the back, we don't really want to be able to see the garage doors, do we? That's a little bit weird. I don't mind seeing maybe windows on the back sometimes, but not doors on this beach side. So we need to look for a brick. Please come out with that tool that makes it able to choose what painting you want. Just come out with that right now. There we go. Okay, yeah, I like it being visible on this side. I don't want the windows on this side of this factory, but I do like them on the front and the right hand side. I like having the 2 doors there because it's on a path. Having a door there makes sense. The garage doors looks fantastic around there. I think that's really cool. And the little factory chimney there using the cobblestone wool, I think it's great. I think it's great. Unless there's a fence that's grey, that works. I mean, there's this one, but it looks really weird unless it looks better. Oh. If we do it with a fence, though, we'll be able to see part of Garage 2. Yeah. See how we can see now Garage 2? It's sort of... Or do we prefer that? Do I like 3 blocks high or 2 blocks high? 2 blocks high. Do we prefer that? It now looks like 2 pipes are coming out and you can sort of drive around it? Or do we want cobblestone wool, like how it was, where it covers up the second door perfectly? Or do we want a mix and have cobblestone at the bottom and then a fence at the top? And then we get the best of both worlds. That way we cover up door number 2 perfectly and we get the really cool... This is actually the stands. The stands for the racetrack. It's that textured block. But it works really well for this. I like that. I think that's the one that I'm going to go for. Cobweb. We could do some smoke with a cobweb. I could make it look a little bit more like smoke through the texturing. What do you think? A little bit of industry going on down the back there. I like it. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. I know this episode might be a little bit short, but I just got some things to do today. Busy man. So, yeah. See you in the next episode, guys.